So hello and welcome once again to another Hornby Magazine video, and today we're here at Barrow Hill for a very special Accurascale and Rails of Sheffield product launch, or I should say locomotive launch.
Indeed, a locomotive
Very
launch.
exciting.
Yes.
But Mike, Barrow Hill Roundhouse, what's here?
So this is it's a big site now. It's got the museum inside the original roundhouse, which was derelict in the early 1990s. It was one of the last working roundhouses in the country. It's still got all the original turntable in there as well. Then we've got the big yard, which is just next to you down there. But then over on the other side, there's also now a huge amount of railway engineering happens here as well, both for preservation and for the main line as well. So we've got a restoration facility next to us. We've got the Delta Preservation Society is based here as well. The stock storage here for DRS and colas as well. And there's also even refuelling and servicing facilities for mainline passenger trains over the far side as well. So it's a really busy site.
It's all go here.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're flanked by some stunning locomotives. It's a real collection.
Brilliant machinery around here.
But what are Accurascale and Rails of Sheffield doing?
Well, it's a brand new loco, as we've dropped that little hint already. You might have seen it around. It's an electric.
Is it the Badger?
It's a city livery.
Yeah.
And it's also Cocoa, and there's only ever one of it as well.
Because I mean, we're flanked by 45s. There's a Class 50 over there. I mean, neither of them are electric.
They're not electric.
You've got 37s. That's also not electric, unless there's something we're not telling me.
New hybrid version.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to go and have a harder look.
Yeah, you need to look a little bit harder.
All right, I'm gonna go do that.
It's quite obvious.
Yes! Class 89. That was a nice cheeky little reveal with Richard moving out of the way. Oh, it's so beautiful.
So Mike, we found it.
Well done. It wasn't difficult, was it?
It does stand out. I mean, this Class 89 is absolutely stunning.
It really is. I think they've done an absolutely superb job of the restoration work of the exterior of this. And it is going back into working order as well, to go back on the main line.
Wow, which will be stunning, which explains why it's been so lovingly restored.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I want to now see this on the front of a rake of Intercity Liveries Mark IIIs going up the East Coast main line. So that will make a really special day, that will.
So, the 89 and its history.
Could that possibly be why LNER recently redid a rake of, well, a full rake of Intercity liveried coaches, and the full set has been redone to Intercity livery? Could that be because this is coming back onto the main line and they're going to put this on the front? I really hope so.
There's only one of it. Why is there only one of it?
It was built as a prototype for new traction for the East Coast main line to power express trains. It was built in 1986, and it was, it then entered service. Initially, it did some testing on the West Coast main line, because in 1986 there weren't enough wires on the East Coast main line. But it did then move across to the East Coast main line when electrification continued north of Peterborough. It ran in service then up until 1992. And then in 1992 it was withdrawn due to basically being a one-off unique locomotive. It's much more difficult for a maintenance team to look after a one-off loco than it is a fleet. However, it wasn't long before it was back in traffic again. So it was brought back into service again in 1996. It's quite often seen then on the Bradford and Leeds turns from London King's Cross, and actually went past my school every day, which was always a nice thing to see the 89 going past, whereas I was supposed to be playing football or doing maths and things like that.
So you failed football and maths then?
I definitely failed football. Managed to scrape through maths, but only because I could count to 89.
So of course we've now got to look forward to this in double O gauge.
That's right, exactly. So this is going to be a fantastic model, I think. It's really exciting to see another AC electric being made ready to run for double O gauge, and the 89. It's a bit like the W1 of the modern era, I think, is the Class 89. Really fantastic machine.
And of course, Accurascale and Rails of Sheffield are here at Barrow Hill today, so I think we should go and catch up with them and see what's to come.
Definitely.
What's to come is a very big hole in your wallet if Accurascale and Rails of Sheffield are combining their efforts on this logo. It's going to be something stupid like 350 quid, I bet. It's so beautiful, just such a unique looking logo. I love it so much.
So Fran, we're here with the 89. Can you tell us how you're getting on with the project?
Yeah, so at the moment, CAD is complete and we're just about to start tooling now, or our tooling has just started by the time this video goes out. So we are looking to have samples in the autumn, I would imagine maybe by Worley, hopefully. And then obviously once they're okay, we've got to decorate samples early in 2023. And then delivery is slated for around summer this time next year in 2023.
Fantastic. And has it been a complicated project with the 89?
I think the big complication with the 89 was when we first touted it with Rails, it was just after lockdown began, and getting access to the locomotive and doing the research for it was obviously the hardest thing to do because, you know, at the time it was in Soho Depot in Birmingham and it needed to be, they were doing all the tests on it. And unfortunately with lockdown procedures, we just could not get near it. So it took a lot longer than we had hoped to get access to the locomotive. And in fairness, the guys from the AC Local Group and Merv here at Barrow Hill, who's been a great help to us, came through and they managed to get us access to the loco. So once we got access to it and we done, you know, our scanning and our measurements, it's come together really well. The great thing about the 89 is it doesn't like huge amount of variations with something like 37 different nose variants and all that kind of stuff. So because it's a one-off unique locomotive, it's a lot easier to keep up with the variations. There is some over its lifespan, but obviously we've catered that as well. So it's been a real joy project to work on it too.
Yeah. So in terms of lifespan as well, the project's going to cover all of its lifespan in terms of liveries as well, isn't it?
Exactly. So we're looking to do 5 variants in the launch. So we'll start off with the Intercity Executive as it was built and came in 1986. Then obviously Intercity, as we see behind us, in service condition, and now today in preservation condition. Obviously there's little slight differences like the warning flashes. And then obviously there's 2 variants of GNER livery. There's one with gold lettering and one with white lettering as well. So we're looking to offer all 5 variants, and they'll be available both for sale from Accurascale and Rails of Sheffield.
Okay, so that's the first time you've done a real joint project like that with the
Yeah, so when we came together, we said, well, this is going to be a really exciting project for both Rails of Sheffield and Accurascale, and we've decided that we will sell it together with Rails as our exclusive retail partner, but you'll also be able to buy it direct from Accurascale, and it will be a £30 deposit on both websites. And then the price will be $229.99 for DC, DCC ready, and $329.99 DCC set.
Hold up. 230 quid for DC. Are you